Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, world, and welcome to episode, what is it, 44?
44, I think.
Oh gosh, I've been doing that, that long. Almost be a year here shortly. Gosh, time flies when
Never
you're having
believe.
fun.
Absolutely.
Folks, we're here for another rousing edition of Ball Don't Lie. We're so glad you're here again for us. We couldn't think of a better way for you to spend probably your next hour of your life. Whether it's probably broken up into two or three segments, or you're just watching us, listening to us all in one. We appreciate that.
We love you guys.
Starkey, do you just want to go hit it in, or do you have anything you want to say?
No, let's do it. Let's get it. Let's jump right in.
Folks, we're going to start with college football.
What a weekend, day, month, all of it.
Started off crazy on Friday with the Buffalo-Akron game. I'll tell you what, best way to kick off championship weekend is two losing MAC teams playing each other because they had to reschedule it for weather conditions.
Yep.
Let me tell you what, best way to kick it off. And then you had USC. Literally, I fell asleep that night. USC was up 17-0. I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed. USC's about to go to the college football playoffs. All is good in life.
Yep.
Ohio State's not getting in. We're good. Bama's not getting in. We're dandy. We'll wake up the next morning at 4 a.m. because I did the St. Jude that day. By the way, I would have been a lot faster. And for a guy that doesn't prepare to run 6 miles in it's not a minute, but an hour 17, I didn't prepare for it. I thought that was pretty decent. Would have been a lot faster. But let me tell you what, people piss me off. If you're going to walk, get in the back.
Yeah.
If you're going to be like me, about 60-40 or 70-30, run, walk it, get in the middle. The hardcore people, get in the front.
Right.
Let me tell you what, hey, in 30 minutes, the 5K people already done with the 5K.
That's insane.
Yeah, they already made their way through the AutoZone park, got their free stuff, and were walking around showing off the medals. I was like, Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
Can I get blessed with that running ability? I mean, I like running, but I'm not that best. But anyway, yeah, woke up the next morning at 4 a.m. and it was a shellacking.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams apparently he popped his hamstring, which I really don't know. Yeah, I mean, I was awake for the play. He busted a deep run, and then he slid like to give himself up. He got hit from the back, and apparently that's what I don't know what a popping the hamstring is.
I have no idea.
But can we just talk about his fingernails? Karma.
Yeah, it definitely is that for sure. That's what happens when you make things mad.
And then let's get on to Kansas State. And so that one ended up. But you know who's probably the most pissed more than Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams? The Pac-12 commissioner.
Yep.
And every other Pac-12 score minus Utah.
Yep.
You know how much money they lost out on?
There's no telling.
Millions. Each school probably lost about $3-4 million.
Yeah.
Just from what the college football being there you generates. Because of that, you just lost a lot of money.
Not even winning the game, just being there on top of what you would have gotten by winning it.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Utah would have gone to the Rose Bowl no matter what.
Yeah.
So now you lost great back-to-back years, but gosh. And then let's jump to the big game on Saturday.
Yep.
TCU and Kansas State. You sit there. I made it just back in time for the house to watch the start of that game. Turn it on, sit down in my recliner, and TCU just marches the ball down the field, hit Quentin Johnson for the touchdown. I'm like, okay, this is Dunskies.
Yeah.
We're good. And then you just see Kansas State just clawing back in it. And you're like, okay, I guess we have a ball game.
Adrian Martinez is everything Kansas State hoped for.
Martinez isn't the quarterback anymore. He's hurt.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he's been hurt, buddy.
Oh, I don't know where I've been then.
I was kind of wondering when you said that. Yeah, he's been hurt for a while.
Oh,
He got a new guy, Will Howard.
Okay, interesting.
Hey, I still think, if I'm TCU, 38 seconds left, they got the ball in like their own 10 to end the game, or like with the last drive going on. Why would you not go for it? You lead the nation in big plays.
Yeah.
Why would you not? You have literally the most explosive offense of college football.
Yeah.
Why would you not say, "Hey, let's go, guys. Just don't turn the ball over. Let it ride." Your boy Kurt Warner's kid had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't understand that. But let me tell you what, Max Duggan, whatever is it? Max? What's his first name? Max? Yeah.
Max. Yeah.
Dude, he left it on the line.
He did that for sure.
He had over 360 total yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 through the air, 1 through the ground. He was the offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you see him balling in the post game.
Yeah.
And then you see Caleb Williams tweet at it. LOL. I lost all respect for Caleb Williams after that. Then he goes, "Oh, I didn't mean it." Then he deleted it and then tweeted back, "I didn't mean nothing bad about it."
There's only one way that could have been taken.
I don't even want you to win the Heisman now.
I think he's still the favorite, but
he's got the Heisman locked up. And here's the thing, like this guy, he's had a great year. Just listen to the stats. 11-1, 3,300 passing yards, 30 touchdowns to 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
And 6 rushing touchdowns.
Those are video game numbers.
What? It's that's a college football numbers right there, but gosh, he literally laid it on the line.
Yeah,
this year.
For sure.
He was the offense. And to think, if it wasn't for Chandler Morris getting hurt last year, this guy would have not taken over at quarterback again.
Right.
So TCU ended up losing an L-breaker. LSU showed a little life at the very beginning of the game against Georgia, but Georgia said, "Nope, we're still number 1, guys."
For a reason.
And then you had Purdue, Michigan.
Yeah.
Pretty sure I made my in-laws mad.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I was wearing Michigan stuff.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Hell to the victors, baby.
Hell to the victors.
A dirty glove. Purdue hung with them. They hung with them till the second half, and then you just saw Michigan take over.
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, Charlie Jones, he kind of reminds me of a Danny Amendola.
Okay.
Danny Amendola Jr., he's not a burner. He just gets open.
Yeah.
He gets 10, 15 yards, and he finds a spot in the defense, gets open, and he goes down.
Yeah.
It's amazing. This guy literally led the Big 12 in passing, or the Big 10 in passing, receiving yards this year, and he played in the Big 10 last year at Iowa.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he transferred from Iowa there, and he never got the ball at Iowa. Well, we're in Iowa. It doesn't really ever. So it just kind of amazes you that, like, Iowa, you had this guy, you couldn't even use him?
Yeah, right.
I want to say, so this year he had 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. At his 3 years at Iowa, he had right over 710 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Okay.
So he literally doubled his career stats in 1 year.
Right.
For the culture, baby. So championship Saturday ended like that. Bama, they still thought they had a glimpse of hope. Everyone Clemson needed to lose. Clemson lost South Carolina. USC lost Friday night, and TCU lose. And everyone's like, Bama's going to get in no matter what. Every SEC fan, you're like, please, for the love of God, no.
Please don't do it.
Ended up getting Michigan 1.
Yep.
Georgia sorry, Georgia 1. Sorry, I don't know why I said Michigan. I'm getting Michigan on the screen. Michigan 2, TCU 3.
Yep.
And Ohio State 4.
Yes.
I think this is the first year we can say they got it right.
Absolutely. Yes.
They got the seeding right, and they got all of the 4 teams right. You can't make the argument that
no.
Ohio State lost 1 game, and that was to the Big Ten champion. TCU lost 1 game, and that was in the Big 12 championship, and that was a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
So it's hard to go ahead.
We were sitting at lunch after church, and I looked at my mom and dad and said, the best present that the college football playoff committee could have given me was keeping Bama out of the playoff, and that's exactly what they did.
So this is our first college football playoff without Bama or Clemson in it. Last year it was just Bama. Or 2 years ago it was just Bama, that COVID year. Now you don't have anybody. Or last year, sorry. So we already got the lines opening up right now.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not. I agree with it. I think they got everything right. We already got our lines for the game.
Okay.
Right now, I'm pulling it up right now in the old FanDuel, who needs to sponsor the show. You got TCU opening as a 7.5-point underdog to Georgia. Michigan. I don't know what. Sorry. And then you got Georgia opens as a 6.5-point favorite on Ohio State. Which team is more likely to get upset, Michigan or Georgia?
I'm going to go. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one.
I'm going to give a slight edge to Michigan. Just because I think Georgia's going to run the table. And I don't think it's necessarily going to be close.
I think
they're both going to be incredible games.
My one thing is that Michigan defense is good.
They are good.
Granted, they let Charlie Jones eat them alive, but we didn't really eat him alive, but he was very competitive in that game. He was the offense, and you knew what Purdue was going to do, and Michigan couldn't really stop him.
Very cool.
Max Duggan, Quentin Johnson. Just saying. So, I think it's going to end up being Georgia and Michigan. And I think, once again, I think Michigan could have a shot. If they had their starting running back. Well, I can't think of his name. My mind just.
I know you're talking about. He's out for the season.
Yeah, he got hurt the last game of the year against Illinois, second to last game of the year.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking of his name.
I'm pulling up because he was literally their offense all year.
Right.
Blake Corum.
Yes,
he was literally their offense all year.
Yeah,
5'8", and it was hard to say. He was 5'8", 210 pounds. He had 1,500 rushing yards. 18 touchdowns.
That's amazing.
It's astonishing. So, I think Michigan will struggle against TCU. I think they'll win just because their defense is that good.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you can't give up the big plays against TCU, Kansas State proved that they are very beatable.
Right.
Now let's get into the other bowl games. Because we got so freaking many of them.
Yeah, we do.
Let's start it off. We'll just do a quick run through real fast.
Okay.
You got the college football games whenever that. December 31st. National championship is on the 9th. The big games, the New Year's Day games, the New Year's Six games are the Rose Bowl, Utah, Penn State. And we'll give predictions as we get closer to the games.
Okay.
Cotton Bowl, USC Tulane. The Sugar Bowl is Alabama, Kansas State, and the Orange Bowl is Tennessee, Clemson. The Citrus Bowl is LSU, Purdue, which they said even if one of those teams would have won their championship, they said you can't put them in a New Year's Six Bowl with their record.
Right.
You can't put Purdue in there, and you can't put LSU in there. It's hard to jump one of those teams, to jump higher ranked teams. Or it's hard to jump at Tennessee, USC, Clemson, Alabama. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's hard
absolutely.
to jump one of them.
Yeah.
And you got Mississippi State in the what should still be to me the Outback Bowl. #Team Bloomin' Onion.
It will forever be the Outback Bowl.
It's hard to say it's not versus Illinois. That's going to be a boring game.
Yeah.
Because Mississippi State, I don't want to say LSU, sorry. Mississippi State's going to hit check down wide receivers, and Illinois is just going to run the ball.
Yep.
It's going to be a chess match. Then you got in the Sun Bowl, which is, I think, these are two weird teams here. UCLA and Pittsburgh will be in El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
A bowl game that I feel like is going to be under the radar is the Holiday Bowl.
Okay.
Oregon, North Carolina.
Yep.
Expect a lot of points. And I was reading today, we'll get to it, Bo Nix is apparently going to stay one more year.
Really?
Yeah. I was looking at something yesterday or Friday, and it had Bo Nix as a number 20. Bo Nix is the number 32 pick in the draft to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady's replacement, Bo Nix. What is the world coming to? I'm super happy with our bowl game.
Yeah, because you're able to go.
Heck yeah, I'm off that week. I can tell you right now, I would have already been off either way. I always save my vacation days for that last month of the year anyway.
Yeah.
I'm off this week into this week, and I'm off the end of the year. So I'm off like 8 days at the end of this whole month. So I love it, and I'm here for it.
That's awesome.
So love it. Kansas, I don't know if we're going to be able to field a team because everybody keeps transferring out of there.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but we'll get in the transfer portal here in a second. That's going to be a good bowl game, I feel like. Memphis, the streak continues at 9 years.
Good job, Tiggs.
The First Responder Bowl. Woo! But a bowl game is a bowl game.
Even at 6-6.
It's better than nothing. Y'all made a bowl game.
We did make a bowl game.
Are you happy with it?
Meh. I'm really kind of overplaying Texas Tech. It feels like we play them every year.
I mean, it was only back-to-back. Y'all went to the Cotton Bowl like 3 straight years in a row with Houston Nutt.
Yeah. We've played, I looked it up the other day. We have played Texas Tech, I think it's overall 9 different times, like in various bowl games since, I don't remember the first year, but I think we played Texas Tech in the postseason more often than we play any other team.
I don't like it. Y'all win against them, though.
We do.
We're so far, I think we are 2-0 in bowl games I've attended.
Okay.
But Arkansas was on a 1-game losing streak in games I've attended. So we'll see. Hopefully I end a streak and keep a streak going.
Right.
We'll break down the bowl games as the weeks go on. But hey, I love Bowl Mania. I actually am going to find the list with all the swag gifts on it because I love reading it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because some bowl games you get freaking amazing stuff, and other ones you get crap.
Yeah.
Let's jump into NFL now.
Let's do it.
R.I.P. Jimmy G.
Yeah, but hey.
I was just reading on Saturday. I think I was reading it Sunday morning when I woke up that he said, yeah, I want to come back. I'll come back to San Francisco if we can make it work. After they literally kicked him aside and Yeah. And now he's injured. Broke his foot.
But hey, we now have the bracket ship.
Brock Purdy.
We have Mr. Relevant.
Irrelevant.
No,
He's
he is
still
relevant.
Can you tell me who his brother is?
I knew at one point.
Chubba Purdy.
Okay.
I don't know where Chubba Purdy's at. He was at Florida State. Where's Chubba
Yeah, he was at
Purdy?
Florida State for a minute.
He's at Nebraska. Oh, let's back it up. We didn't even get to the transfer portal. Back it up before we get into NFL, before we get deep into this. Sorry, my ADHD's kicking in. We didn't even get into prime time. Sorry, folks. Yeah, prime time is now going to the West Coast life.
Yep.
So now I got to stay up for Pac-12 after dark now.
Absolutely.
I'm going to hate life this fall. I can't barely stay up till 7:30.
I know.
But $5 million deal. And then you saw the AD. I don't know if you see the video today I saw?
Yeah.
About the AD was like, yeah, I don't know how we don't even got the money for him. We're trying to get the money.
Yeah.
Somebody interviewed him and they said, so how'd you get the money for me? He goes, oh, we don't have it yet. We're trying to get it. I'm like, Jesus.
That's not a good look.
And then how about him standing up at the press conference and literally saying, hey, y'all see that guy right there? That's QB1.
Yeah.
Pointing to his son.
I'm just saying, he better be super thankful there's no tampering in college football. Because at that point, Shedeur hadn't even entered the transfer portal yet.
Oh, bro, it's so bad. Like, the portal is already bad, and now it's about to get even worse.
Yeah.
Like, it's you got Travis Hunter, he's out the freaking door. He ain't staying for this crap.
He's already said he's going to Colorado with Coach.
They're all about to go to college. I guarantee the whole team. So, my thoughts on the hire, it's a good hire. Because it's like the Penny Hardaway hire. You're going to get publicity, and you're going to be relevant, right?
Yeah. And he can recruit too.
Yes, you will get recruits left and right. At the same time, it's going to be difficult because he has little to no big-time coaching experience.
Right.
Like Penny did. Penny coached AAU forever and then coached at East forever.
Yeah.
And then he went from East High School to Division I Memphis.
Yep.
At least with Dion, he went from Prime Academy to Jackson State to Colorado.
Right.
But one thing I've noticed over the time is he's been always had the best facilities and equipment and coaching staff at Prime Academy, sorry.
Yeah.
And then he had at Jackson State, same thing. Best coaches, best equipment, best facilities, best everything. You're going to a Colorado team that has been atrocious the past 10 years.
Yeah.
They've been one of the worst. You're inheriting a 1-11 Colorado team.
Yes.
So I think you'll be able to get the players there. What he needs to do is what like Penny Hardaway did his first year, what Sam Pittman did. Surround yourself with coaching staff that has experience.
And he's already done that with one of his biggest assistants. News broke about an hour ago. Coach Prime is hiring Sean Lewis, the Kent State head coach, to be his offensive coordinator.
That's a good pick there. You got a guy that has experience coaching, high level, not high level, but he's been a head coach before. Kent State's been relevant in the MAC.
They won a ball game a couple years ago.
What'd you say?
They won their first ball game a couple years ago with his offense.
You're going to get top players coming. Like the Alabama running back, I can't think of his name right now. He literally tweeted out Prime and the Colorado, so y'all got any openings available?
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see how that transitions there because he's going from being the best to one of the worst FBS football teams and the worst Power 5 football team.
Yeah. There's no question.
But like you look at their next year's schedule, you open up the year at TCU, then you play Nebraska, Colorado State, Arizona, Oregon State, Stanford, USC, Oregon, UCLA, Utah, and Washington State. You're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of your games are against bowl eligible teams.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll make it. I don't think they may make it to a bowl game next year, but
I looked at the schedule this morning. I got to go 4-8.
let me see. Let me see what's Colorado State's record because I know the 2 Arizona schools had losing records. Colorado went 3-9. Okay, so they can win that one. But you look at the Pac-12, like it's very top heavy, but you got USC and UCLA leaving soon.
Right.
You got Arizona State won 3 games. Arizona won 5 games. Arizona State won 3 games. Stanford won 3 games. But you're playing USC 11-12, Utah 10-3, Oregon State 9-3, Oregon 9-3, UCLA 9-3. The Cougars 7-5. You're playing a very tough Pac-12 schedule next year.
Yeah.
So, wait, what are the odds that when they run out of the tunnel against Colorado State, you know how they run out with the Buffalo?
Mm-hmm.
That the Buffalo has a massive chain on.
Honestly, I could 100% see that.
I am going to love it. So let's jump into the portal.
Yep.
I hate it. It's getting out of control.
Hey, everyone else has jumped into the portal today. We may as well too.
Bottom line, where are we going? Are we leaving Spotify to go to iTunes? Apple Play?
You never know.
XM Radio? Are we going to XM?
It could happen.
We're going to. Sorry, you guys. Ooh, are you trying to? Do we have a deal with somebody?
We never know.
You handle that stuff.
No, not yet, but never say never.
Okay, but we must got something in the works that I don't know about. I'll take it. You had Spencer Sanders announced today he's leaving Oklahoma State, which is a shock to everybody.
Yeah.
No surprise, you had DJ Ugalele enter the transfer portal, which no one is shocked about.
Nope.
As of today, there are 508 players that have entered the transfer because today was the first day undergraduates can enter the portal.
Yeah.
508 players.
And combined with grad transfers, 944 total on day 1. That was as of 4 p.m.
And to no surprise, sorry, folks, DJ Ugalele has entered the portal.
Yeah.
You kind of saw that after the 9-29 game he had against South Carolina, like, okay. And then when Clay came in and lit up UNC, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
DJ, it's been real, buddy.
Sayonara. And then he got benched in the ACC title game.
Correct. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like when they benched, they put Clay in.
Yeah.
Riding was on. It was already going to be a tough year, just like how the Trevor Lawrence, and the Bryant trade. What was his name?
Kelly Bryant.
Kelly Bryant. Yes. How that went down. Same thing here.
Yeah.
You knew, except Kelly Bryant was way better than DJ.
Oh yeah.
Zach Kozada entered the portal again. Phil Djokovic has announced he's going from BC to Pitt, which I'm like, that's not really a big move.
No.
A lot of Austin Stogner from South Carolina entered the portal today.
Okay.
1 year at South Carolina after leaving OU. Austin Reed, who was second in the country in passing yards, is leaving Western Kentucky. Mike Wright is leaving Vandy, along with Ray Davis.
Yeah, that was a big one for me today. I didn't see that one coming.
So remember how we talked about
Vandy
Vandy having a program?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's done.
yeah, not anymore. Anchors up.
Keaton
Anchors
Slavis is who I thought was out of eligibility. He's apparently transferring.
Yeah, he would just about at this point he would about have to be a grad transfer.
One of the most shocking ones is Devin Leary, who was killing it before he injured his throwing, tore his right throwing pec back in October. Was having a great year. He announced today he's leaving. First off, can we? I want this guy to either end up at Memphis, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, anywhere that I can watch him play. For the culture, Carson Steele, running back, Ball State, is leaving.
He needs to come with somewhere close.
I want wherever he goes. I'm a fan. He had 1,500 rushing yards and 15 total touchdowns. Get him somewhere in the South, please.
That would be incredible.
Then you got a bunch, and then Mike Keene is actually leaving UCF.
Yeah, I saw that.
He no longer wants to play behind old John Rice Plumlee.
Yeah, because JRP announced today he's come back for senior year.
Haynes King is leaving Texas A&M.
Okay.
Theo Weiss Jr. is leaving OU. Former four-star, number 33 overall player in the class of 2019 is leaving. Ra Thomas is leaving state.
Yeah. And he's the one to keep your eye on if we have any other Ole Miss fans listening.
Then we're going to get two more transfers real fast. I think the most shocking one is Cade McNamara.
Okay.
Left Michigan to go to Iowa.
I didn't see that one coming.
I knew he was going to leave when they made JJ the starter. Cade wasn't that good, but you leave Michigan, a run-heavy offense, to go to – you think he's going to go like to Bama, Georgia, anywhere basically where he can like show that he can throw it. Nope, he goes to Iowa. Makes 0 sense. And then we have Dakotas Crawford. Mr. Dakotas to ever do it, Crawford.
His name itself is a 5-star name.
Does he return home to LSU? I want that man at Arkansas. Whatever it takes, Jerry Jones, Bud Walton, whatever y'all have to do, get that man in Arkansas. That is the best name ever.
Dakotas in the white and red trim Ole Miss uniforms would have looked sick.
I will lose respect for that guy if he goes there. We'll lose so much respect for him. So I do have one prediction. My new boss has actually made it. Will Rogers will enter the transfer portal.
Okay. For his 45th year eligibility.
To the University of Georgia. He's going home.
I can see it. They are losing the mailman, who I will talk about in just a second.
Get him the Heisman Trophy. Also, I have a trivia for you.
Okay.
TCU set a record TCU set the record and is now blank. How many times has a Texas school made the college football playoffs? Blank times.
Okay. Any Texas school.
Any Texas school, how many times have they made the college football playoffs?
Okay. I'm going to say is it the first time?
This is the first time a Texas school has made the college football playoffs, and it's been a long time.
Which is absolutely wild.
Not to say it's Texas, but it hasn't been Baylor or TCU.
Right.
I do have one more thing before we get off the football.
Okay.
I want to talk about Mr. Trent Seaborn, 8th grader, led Thompson Warriors to the 7A state championship in Alabama.
Yes.
He ended up took over halfway through the season, threw 1,100 passing yards to 14 touchdowns and 2 interceptions as an 8th grader.
As an 8th grader playing city high school football.
In the state championship game, he was 12 of 14 for 5 touchdown passes.
Remember this kid's name, y'all.
He's only got 3 offers: Maryland, Northern Iowa. Who was the last one? Sorry.
Troy.
Who was it? I'm sorry, Maryland, Troy, and Northern Colorado. Sorry.
In a couple years after his sophomore year, he's going to get way more than that.
Oh, yeah. Nick Saban's probably already talking to him.
I'm sure.
So let's get to the NFL. Did you have something on the mailman you wanted to say?
Yeah. So the Heisman finalists dropped today, and they are doing something different this year with the Heisman finalists. So they send out the ballots to the Heisman voters, and the top 4 vote getters become the automatic finalists. So here are the finalists for the Heisman this year, which will be revealed, I believe, on Saturday night. Yes. So you have Max Duggan, a quarterback at TCU, Caleb Williams, quarterback at USC, CJ Stroud, quarterback at Ohio State, and Stetson the Mailman Bennett, quarterback at Georgia. I would love to see Stetson Bennett win this thing. Because
I think everybody would, but
his story, it's not going to happen. His story is a Disney movie waiting to happen.
I'd love to see Duggan get it.
That would be I'm not going to say it'd be out of nowhere, but that would be an upset for sure. I personally believe that Williams has it locked up. But I would love to see I'd love to see Bennett walk away with it.
I do too. We also need to discuss how about Ohio State literally saying before Saturday, even saying like, "Hey, yeah, if we go to the Rose Bowl, we're rejecting it."
Yeah.
And then shout out to Missouri for not wanting to play Kansas and get the border war back going again.
Right.
Thank you for denying that, Eli, so I can get Arkansas. Yeah. I appreciate you. I appreciate. Well, I don't know what bowl game they got, but who cares? We'll go to NFL now. I'm sorry, Starkey.
It is what it is. Rip the
season just won't end fast enough, will it?
No. And to make it matters worse, we are sending what will probably be a top 5 draft pick to the Lions so that they can get their new quarterback.
I mean, at least you're not a Broncos fan.
It could always be worse.
You could be a Broncos fan.
I could be a Broncos fan.
Here's the thing. The Texans at least have a lot of draft picks. The Broncos have nothing.
Yeah.
Lamar went out like in the first half to a healthy Denver team, and they couldn't even find the end zone.
Yeah.
9 points. Starkey.
Yeah. That is atrocious.
Like, I don't know what they did. I don't know what happened to Run. I think it was honestly Pete Carroll.
Probably.
Speaking of karma, how about the fact that Deshaun Watson couldn't even find the end zone?
That was funny to me. I'm not going to lie. I thought
27 points.
That's funny.
Scored by the defense and special teams.
Yeah.
when you're playing the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what he gets for being a creep.
Yo, I'm sorry, Starkey. The season, you just want it to be over, don't you?
I do. I've written it off. We've put Stafford on IR with a spinal contusion, whatever that is.
That's a bruised back.
Okay. See, I'm not medically smart enough to know what that is. It sounded.
A contusion is like a bone bruise.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And then we got Cooper Kupp is out with some sort of leg injury, ankle injury. Cam Akers finally remembered how to play running back, which was nice. But our offensive line, this was the 12th different starting offensive line we have used this season alone. In our 12 games, we have used a different offensive line in every single game.
Well, you think Andrew Whitworth wants to come out of retirement?
Yeah, both have a lot to do with it. At one point, I was all but begging them to call Whit to come back, but I think he's happy chilling at the house.
I mean, at least you got a ring out of all this, but you just probably set your franchise back 20 years.
No question.
You got the Commanders. They didn't win. They didn't lose to the Giants. They tied.
Yeah.
Heineke just continues to get it done.
Yeah.
It's ugly, but he gets it done.
So what happens? What does Heineke do when his team doesn't lose, but also doesn't win? Does he get one shoe of the team they played?
I don't know, because he actually had a pretty good game. 27-41, 275 yards for 2 touchdowns. He didn't have a bad day.
No, he didn't.
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably, he probably buys a pair of Crocs.
That sounds about right.
You had Sauce Gardner. I shut down Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Held him in check. The Mike White project looked like he got back down to earth. The Lions beat the crap out of the Jaguars. Packer fans, you're back. Woo! Tennessee fans got humbled this weekend.
Yes, they did.
A.J. Brown is taking it as a threat. It just pissed him off. He has almost as much receiving. There's a 200-yard difference between him and the entire Tennessee Titans receiving room for total receiving yards.
That doesn't shock me.
The Titans wide receivers have about 1,100. He's got 900 receiving yards.
By himself, yeah.
Hey, but shout out to Treylon Burks. He got rocked.
Yeah, he did.
He got put to sleep.
Yep.
But still held on to that ball.
Yeah. That's good.
He can't stay healthy. It's been a rough year for him.
Yeah.
Packers are back. We already talked about the 49ers and Dolphins. Bengals. It's scary.
Okay. Question. After that game yesterday, is Joe Shiesty in the MVP race?
Yeah. You got to put him in there.
You have to put him in there. I mean, before yesterday, I thought it was a foregone conclusion that it was going to be Mahomes. But after yesterday, you have to, at the very least, put Burrow in the conversation.
You can't. I mean, he's got 25 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and he's got 3,500 passing yards.
Yeah.
He's done it without Jamar Chase and a banged up Joe Mixon this year.
Yeah, exactly.
But
hey, real quick though, I believe it was. Hang on, I want to find it as I don't want to get it wrong.
I drafted Joe Mixon high, and he's coming back. He had one good game all year where he got like 55 points, but on that, he has sucked for me this year.
A shout out to my dude, Mr. Chris Evans. He only had one reception for 8 yards, but it was a touchdown.
Okay.
He's a rookie running back for the Bengals. Drafted him in fantasy purely because of his name, but he has shown that he doesn't have a big role in the offense this season. He has 3 receptions for 38 yards and a touchdown, but he's averaging 12.7 yards per catch.
He's only got 3 catches.
Yeah, and one of those was a 26-yard catch.
Okay.
But shout out to my guy Chris Evans.
Did he get you a win?
I'll have to go back and look. I don't know. But shout out to my guy, Captain Cincinnati.
Hey, shout out. Whedon boys.
Y'all them boys.
We sucked offensively, but our defense, holy crap. We were really up by we were barely winning that game. And then next thing you know, blink of an eye, it's 54-19.
Yeah.
We dim boys.
Y'all them boys for sure.
Everybody got a touchdown that game. Zeke got a touchdown. Pollard got a touchdown. Mike Davis got a touchdown. Everybody got a touchdown. It was literally 21-19 going into the fourth quarter. And then next thing you know, the walls just fell apart.
Yep.
It's okay. It's okay. Colts fans, it's next. You're going to draft either Will Levis or Anthony Richardson to save your franchise. Woo! The future of the Indianapolis Colts, Will Levis. I'm calling it now. Will Levis on draft night will be a Colts.
He wouldn't have to change jersey colors.
He wouldn't have to change jersey colors. I'd be so pissed if that was my quarterback. Oh wait, I got Dak, so I'm somewhat content, but I got Micah Parsons, so that makes up for it.
Yeah, for sure.
And how about we didn't? I want to rant real fast. CeeDee Lamb, thank God for CeeDee Lamb. Still don't know how he fell to us in that draft of 16. He fell to us last night. He did the Michael Dyer thing. He rolled over a guy and ran into the end zone. Beautiful. Love it, here for it. College basketball, we had the AP poll get released today. No shock. Houston still number 1, Texas 2, Virginia 3, Purdue 4, UConn 5, Kansas 6, Tennessee 7, Alabama 8, and Arkansas 9, Arizona 10. A bunch of top teams to start the year. Duke now at 15 now. Kentucky 16. Gonzaga 18. Creighton has now fallen to 21. And North Carolina is no longer ranked at 5-4.
Yeah. I think this may be the first time that the preseason number 1 overall team has gone from number 1 to unranked in the 5th week of the season. Emmanuel, I think that Baycott is the only player they have.
Well, that's because they had Brady Manick last year who carried that team. He literally got ejected in their NCAA tournament game. They almost lost when he got ejected.
Yeah.
Because he was, I forgot who it was, but he was torching that team. He ended up got ejected for a flagrant 2, and next thing you know, they almost lose. They blew like a 20+ point lead. Shout out to Louisville, 0-7.
Yeah. At one point does that experiment end?
I mean, Florida State's only got 1 win.
That's true.
They're the best 1-win team in college basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
This Arkansas team, I'm calling it now, folks. They will win March Madness.
Okay.
They're too good. That's a hard stamp. They're that good. They let San Jose State stay around the first half. They wore them down. They ended up scoring 36-point differential in the second half.
That's crazy. That's insane.
And Nick Smith is just getting his legs underneath him.
Yeah.
We have 5 guys projected in the top 60 in the NBA in top ESPN's little top profiles for draft guys.
That's wild.
5 guys projected to go in the top 60.
That's
we're
crazy.
tall, we're lanky, we can't shoot it amazing.
But y'all can defend like anything.
Oh, we switch everything.
Yeah.
We switch it all, and I love it. Memphis, that game, I was so happy to see that beat down.
Yeah.
That was their best game of the year. Their half-court offense looks so freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't wait for a healthy Kendrick Davis.
Oh, I know. He's balling out not fully healthy. I can't wait to see how he is with this team and Penny's offense. 100%. I'm so ready.
I mean, if they get healthy. Oh, I'm telling you, if they get healthy, they could be deep. They could be a team.
Yeah.
But free Jonathan Lawson. Chandler Lawson looks for. God bless Chandler Lawson. I love him to death.
Free DeMaria Franklin.
Hey, your boy K only got 7 minutes.
I don't understand.
He can't shoot. He's like, from what Memphis Tiger insider Ryan Ladley has said, he is like a Moses Cisse.
Yeah.
Except he's more athletic. He can't catch. He can't shoot, but he can jump out of the gym and get rebounds.
I was thinking about a good comp for KO, and Cisse was the one that I kept comparing him to.
He can't catch at all.
He's super raw.
Well, he's also a senior, so it's a little late to develop him.
Well, that's very true too.
But they have a tough matchup ahead of them. They got to put. They're the definition number 2 in the AAC. But I'm telling you, this Memphis team, if they get hot, they could be good. They got Auburn this weekend, and then they got Bama.
Yeah.
In the next 7 days, 8 days. And next week they got 2 SEC teams. So tough games for this Memphis team. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see how they do.
The stretch that we're on right now with it was Ole Miss Saturday.
Little Rock
tomorrow night.
They got Little Rock tomorrow night at 7. Saturday they got Auburn, and then they got Bama on the 13th. And then they got A&M on the 17th.
In those, I'm not even going to count the A&M game, but in that
A&M's 5-3.
You have to go 3 and I think you have to go 3-2 in that 5-game stretch.
I think you go 2-2.
I mean,
I think you split the Alabama teams.
Okay.
You split it, or you lose both of them, and hey, pack the forum on the 10th.
Yes.
Pack it. They need all the help they can get. It was a very disruptive place at the very beginning on Saturday. Ole Miss was flustered. Matthew Morrell. Screw you, Matthew. Screw you for going to IMG. Should have stayed in Memphis, baby. Been a Tiger. You bum.
Hey, he's starting to get some draft love though.
Yeah, I don't know if he can't. Here's the thing with Kermit Davis teams: they're defensively freaking amazing.
Yeah,
they can't shoot. They're like Memphis. They can't shoot to save their life, and it's sad.
No, yeah, it is.
It's kind of like a Memphis team and an Arkansas team. They can defend all day long. Offensively, they suck.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Before we get into the end topic tonight, folks, Winter weather is coming upon us more and more by the week, by the second. And how else are you going to make sure your house, your new house, or your current house is up to your tip-top shape if you're getting ready to buy or sell? What do, Starkey?
You call Mitch James.
You
Of course,
call Mitchell
home inspection.
James. Why? I agree, but we're getting paid to have this conversation, so we have to have this conversation. Oh, did I say that on air? Oof. Now it seems like we're being forced to have this conversation. But folks, call Mitchell James from porch to patio home inspections for all your home inspection needs.
There you go. Gotta get the name right.
Got a little tongue twister there. It's going too fast for myself. Use code BDL for 15% off. Once again, I'm not allowed to go any higher than 15, which I'm still don't know why I got in trouble for that, but
because you're losing our got money. That's why.
Hey, you got to make money to spend money. Do I need to tell the Coca-Cola and Pepsi story again?
That's very true. That is very true.
You got to spend money to make money. But folks, use him. We've been saying it. He's tagged in the Facebook post. Use him, love him. We love him. Let's get into it, Starkey.
Let's do it.
After the show, we had a very bad Memphis Grizzlies game against the Timberwolves, our new rival.
Yes.
We got some, unfortunately, good news. Cat's hurt with a calf strain.
Yeah.
I hate cats.
Good news for us. We hope he gets better soon, but glad he
no, we don't. Cat, we hope you stay hurt forever. You bum. Flopper. I almost said something really bad, but you would get mad at me.
Probably.
Can I say it anyway? No, because then I'll really get in trouble.
I was like, if you have to ask if you can say it, you probably shouldn't say it.
It was one of the jokes I made during the playoffs about Cat.
Yeah, you probably need to leave those alone. We don't want to
get. Oh, dude, I was getting really dark. I got into a dark place in that series. I think we all did.
We all did, for sure. But
I went really dark on a couple of jokes.
Yeah, we want to keep our sponsorships and don't get kicked off from Spotify.
I think our sponsor would love this joke. I think you know which one I'm talking about.
I probably do. Tell me off the air.
Wait, is it the old COVID one? Oh, you remember it now?
Remind me off the air.
Oh gosh, we're going down a bad rabbit hole.
We are.
I hate Carl Anthony Towns. Who do you hate? What professional athlete do you hate the most?
Draymond Green.
Okay, so your hatred for Draymond Green is my cat times like 30.
I don't know. There's no goodwill.
He's only kicked a couple guys in the nuts a few times.
This is true.
Anyway, we ended up playing the Timberwolves. Well, true. Zebo still beat that A though. He's from Memphis. He'll beat you away. Ended up we played a catless Timberwolves team, which a lot of people were like, "Is this going to be a better team?" Because they now finally have one true center on the court.
Right.
They can space it out, and Cat won't get exploited, or Rudy won't get exploited. Guarding the 4, and we played our worst game of the season. And you're due for it. Hubie Brown used to say it all the time. There's maybe 5 to 10 games a year that you play that you're just not in it. And that was one of our games. I'd say maybe it's 5 games a year. I think it's 5 games not in it. And that was one of our 5.
Yeah.
30 turnovers. I think it was 11 missed free throws.
That's disgusting.
And we somehow still lost by 8 points. Have that make sense. 30 turnovers, and we somehow only lost by 8.
I have no idea.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Not at all.
You can't, we're that good.
Yeah. We're the 3 seed in the West right now.
And we're starting to get more and more healthy. We'll get into that here in a second.
Yeah.
But dude, 30 turnovers, and we only lost by 8 points.
That's insane.
That was one of those games that just pissed me off. Like, I don't know why. I don't know. That game just made, like, I rewatched it. Like, listen, we out rebounded them 59-29. Half of that was offensive rebounds. Granted, Anthony Edwards is freaking playing like a god and had like 20 blocks on us. 24 turnovers to their 12. We shot 42% from the field, 60% from the free throw line. On DU every single time. But, hey, David Roddy had a great offensive. I was doubting him. I was bashing him that first half. So, Roddy finally had his best offensive game of the year, but it came in a loss.
Yeah.
Which now we got Laravia back. I keep asking myself, like, where's Laravia? I'm like, oh, he's hurt. What? No way.
Yeah. Story of our season.
No one can stay healthy.
Nope.
And then we had the old Philadelphia 76ers in town on Friday night.
Yeah.
Beautiful game. Ja Morant, triple-double. Was it a triple? I think that was his triple-double. I can't remember.
Yeah, that was the triple-double because I think he was like 2 assists away the other night.
No, he wasn't. It was 28, 8, and 3, sorry.
Okay. It was close.
But here's the thing. You had Jaren, 22 and 9.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks, 17, 4 and 4. Here's the thing I'm starting to love more and more from Dylan. He's shooting less and making more. He's shooting less and he's making them.
That's what his formula needs to be. If he can just continue to do that whenever Bane gets back, that's fine. I'm good with that.
Last night wasn't the best, though. He was 7 of 20, but he was 5 of 10 from 3.
The field goal percentage is atrocious, but I would definitely take 50% from 30.
But he's getting more involved in assists and rebounds. It's been either 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 5 and 5, 4 and 4.
Yeah.
He's getting more and more involved offensively, passing the ball, and I love it.
Yeah.
Took care of the Sixers, and then last night, you know how your mom told you as a kid, don't play with your food?
Yep.
That's what it was like. Like the score, like they'd be goofing off, and then next thing you know, it's Pistons start coming back. And then Ja or Jaren would go in there and do something, and you're like, okay, well, we're back. Ja would go out there, do a reverse layup, fouled, go into the basket, highlight reel dunk. You're like, okay, well, we got this in the bag. I was listening to the Chris Vernon show, and have you been listening to Steven Adams more? Do you know what his favorite word is?
What?
He's got 2 favorite words.
Okay.
He loves the F word.
Really?
That's why they don't ever do him in the post-game press conference, like the post-game walk-off.
That makes sense.
Because he loves dropping F-bombs. He loves swearing. But the clip went viral. Kids ask him, like, Steven, give me your autograph. He goes, no. And then you hear one kid go, please. He goes, okay.
I did see that. He was teaching the kids some manners.
So he'll teach you manners, but he'll also teach you to drop an F-bomb. How did we go from hating this guy 10 years ago? 10 years ago, we hated this guy.
Yeah.
To now we love him.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's one of the most crucial parts of our team.
And he's just funny.
Oh, he's a great guy. And I still, to this day, cannot get over his accent.
He protects Ja, and then he helps a guy on Reddit realize he's gay, which is still the best Reddit thing of all time.
I actually forgotten about that.
How could you think about that? The guy said, is Steven Adams gay? And he goes, oh, I'm actually wrong. I'm gay. I'm attracted to Steven Adams. Best Grizzlies Reddit best Reddit of all time.
I'd forgotten about that until you just said that.
I still, whenever I get stressed at work or depressed, I just go read that. It makes me laugh every single time. But and then I'm telling you, if we can get freaking healthy,
Yeah. The sky's the limit whenever we get healthy.
So I remember how I told you I was doing the Grizzlies marathon, or not the St. Jude marathon on Saturday. So
Yeah.
I downloaded a podcast before I left. I downloaded a podcast, and it so happened to be the 2021 Grizzlies versus Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
It was the 73-point
game.
73.
The NBA record for win differential.
It was. Biggest loss in NBA history. So let me just read you that. Let me go over the scores for that game. First quarter scored 31-16. Second quarter, 41-20. Third quarter, 41-26. And the fourth quarter, 39-17. Granted, the Thunder started nothing but a bunch of bums that night.
Yeah.
I think Lou Dort was their only starter, really.
Right.
But we started everybody but Ja. Ja was the only starter not to play that night for us.
Yeah. That was in the midst of the 22-4 stretch without Ja?
Yes. That was when Jaren went 6 of 7 from 3 to lead the game in scoring.
Yep.
Dylan Brooks, 11 points. Steven Adams, 9 points. Tyus Jones, 10 points. Bane, 2 points.
Yeah.
BC, 11. Santi, with the highest plus minus differential, 52.
Yeah.
Ended it with 18 and a controversial 3-point play with 20 seconds left. Heck, even Killian Tilly got in on the action.
Wow.
X got in on it. Conchar had the poster dunk at the end.
Yeah.
Melton played, and then even Jared Culver got a little action in.
So let me ask you this, and
go ahead.
If you want to, we can end the show with this. Or if
I
you
do
want me
have
to
two things I want to do with. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I'll save this for the end of the show.
Okay. I want to talk about last night. X hasn't really played all year.
Yeah.
Adams is out. X gets minutes, and X, he gonna give it to you.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Oof. I forgot all about that. You just made me really depressed.
You're welcome.
X hasn't played much all year. Last night, it's really his first big minutes of the year. X had 18 minutes, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And that 1 assist was an alley-oop to Ja Morant, where he was point forward, basically, point center. He's only played in 122 minutes this year. He has not played at all, really, this year. He's played in 10 games this year. The guy is a pro's pro, and I love it.
Oh, absolutely.
If they send him down to the hustle, the guy's giving it his all. And how many third-year, fourth-year guys will willingly go down there?
Right.
And you got to think, he wasn't a low draft pick. He was second round, 36 overall.
Yeah.
That's somebody you drafted to get minutes for.
Right.
It's just we got a log jam down there. Santi's getting minutes. Santi gets minutes over BC now.
Yeah. Which is wild to me.
Because he stretches the floor.
True.
But if they want to go defense, they go BC Jaren.
And they need that's what they should.
To me, the ideal, if we didn't have Adams, the ideal lineup to me to this day is always BC and Jaren. Like when I play 2K, it's BC Jaren all day long.
Yep.
But X, I love it. He always has a smile on his face. He's always one of the first guys up during timeouts. hopefully during the stretch of him playing more, he'll get the confidence, and Jenkins will be playing him more. It'll be tough to do with 3 centers, really. 3-4 centers. BC, Jaron, him, and Adams. And you can't really play X and BC on the court at the same time.
No. Bad idea.
What were you going to say to end the show?
So I was going to ask you, of the 2 games last season,
okay,
which is more memorable and which was your favorite between the 2? And you might know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
The 73-point winner against the Thunder.
Okay.
Or the bench game against the Suns.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
The one that you gave me tickets for, and we decided not to go to.
No. I didn't give you tickets. You bought your own tickets.
Oh, yeah. I'll offer them to you.
You offered me tickets last second.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a tough one. I want to go with the 73-point game.
Okay.
Just because it's a random night, and you were beating the brakes off a team. You were up by 70 points, or like 50, 60 points, and the crowd is yelling defense.
Yeah, that is very true.
Like they're booing when they score. Like you have everybody booing, getting pissed, and you got Jitty's dunk, poster dunk to get to 73.
That's true.
Hashtag dunk shot.
Dunk shot.
How about him with his right toe soreness?
Yeah, it was probably his like right fourth toe or something whack like that.
Right fourth big toe.
Yeah, right.
I really thought Desmond would have played this weekend.
See, I read something today from actually an orthopedic doctor, and they said with the injury that he has, it is really easy for that injury to flare up if you're not 100%.
Jesus.
So,
I mean, we saw how bad we struggled in the Warriors series without him.
Right. Exactly. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if they are taking their sweet time to make sure he is absolutely 100%.
Hey, I can see it. So right now, we are currently the 4 seed. The Pelican, it goes Suns, Pelicans, Nuggets, Grizzlies.
Okay.
The Warriors are creeping up now. They're now to the 6. Still can't win on the road, but hey, I'm here for it and I love it. Then you got Clippers, Trailblazers, Jazz, Mavericks. Those are your playoffs and play-in teams. I think it's safe to say that we should, if healthy, win the Southwest or Southeast.
Yeah, I agree.
What are we, Southeast? Southwest. We should win the division again. Should.
Yeah, I agree.
But we can't get healthy. But Zaire's coming back. He's now, what was he now, doubtful?
He was upgraded to doubtful for tonight's game before ultimately being ruled out. But he is back doing 5-on-5 in practice.
I saw that.
And so I wouldn't be shocked if we see him back this weekend, early first part of next week.
Well, if you look at our upcoming games, we got Grizzlies. We got the Heat tonight, which I forgot about.
Yeah.
Thunder Wednesday, Pistons Friday, Hawks on what day is that? What day is the 12th? Monday. And then Bucks on the 15th.
I could see Zaire being back in the Bucks game. Is the Bucks at home or on the road?
The next 4 games are at home. 5 if you count tonight.
Okay. I could see him being back for the Bucks game. For sure. At the absolute latest.
Dude, we need Bane back.
Yeah, no kidding.
I can't wait for Christmas week. Studs, Warriors, Suds.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good 3 days. You got Suns here, and then you got Liberty Bowl, and then you got the Raptors.
Yeah.
Going to be a great week. I can't wait. I hope Bane and I hope Zaire come back this week. I hope so. We need them to.
We do. We really do.
Because we're the best team in the NBA with everybody healthy. I am going to end the show with one final remark. This is the first time in the college football playoff history that the Arkansas Razorbacks have not played a team that are in the college football playoffs. That is my ending quote for the night, and I hate the transfer portal.
All right.
I'm transferring to Sirius XM Radio. Starkey, I hope you come with me.
We can't do this. Hey, you transfer, I'm transferring, bro.
Let's go. Did you work something out with them?
We'll see.
Oh, okay. Any closing remarks?
No, good show tonight. We appreciate
Great
y'all.
show.
We appreciate y'all's listening as always, and go Grizz.
Be back next week unless we get canceled.
Hey,
Which is always a possibility with my.
We could go to Sirius. We could get ended.
We could get in with my Carl Anthony Towns comments that I'm not allowed to say on the air, apparently.
Yeah.
And no, they're not racist.
They're just very, very dark.
They're super dark, and I love it. Well, folks, make sure you tell your moms hello. And y'all have a great week. Kiss your moms goodnight. And see everyone later.
Y'all be good.